Alright. Ready for action tonight? Welcome everyone to race number 7 of the Internet Motor Racing Championship, season number 10. Tonight we are at the Monster Mile. Ready to go racing here at Dover. 120 laps on tap for tonight. In a pretty good field. Looking like about at least 22, 23 drivers. Let's get everything back up and running here. I am flying solo tonight. Blake Warren had some other stuff going on, which some well wishes to our man Blake, and hope all is alright. So, after a very interesting, shall we say, showing last week from Rio de Janeiro, we are back in the States, in Dover, Delaware, for once again 120 laps of racing tonight. As we start to close in on the end of the regular season, only 10 races in total. We're on the 7th race, so the fight for that top 12 we're going to start to heat up a little bit here. I currently have 4 drivers locked in via wins. Dylan Schwallenberg, Tyler Mallon, Roger Ray, and Dunn LaPrade are all currently locked in. Provided that they make the minimum number of starts, which I think all of them have, including Schwallenberg. I think with his start tonight, he will officially be locked in. So the question tonight is, will one of those drivers be able to add to their win tally and help them get one step closer to making the final 4, because that is a point bonus for each win that you get? Or might we see someone else get locked in here? Well, we're going to find out here. First off, though, we'll go down the qualifying order here. Outward Speedway winner Dunn LaPrade on pole by a pretty healthy margin. A phenomenal lap from him in the 74. Camilo Gonzalez in the 21, starting on the outside of the front row. And then Jovan Anderson once again subbing for Cody Lamas in the 48. And Natan Amuito looking to rebound after some bad luck last week, will be starting 4th. Last week's winner, Roger Ray, in 5th, alongside league admin Shane Sides. Chris Wetz and Dylan Schwallenberg. And rounding out the top 10 are William Goss and Jerry Cook. Then you got Alexander Gonzalez, Austin Ogo, Noah Degenhart, Liam Tingley's back, Chris Emery, good to see him back out there as well. Henry Nova, Dejan Weeks, Andrew Lemke, and Tyler Mallon all took lap times. Drivers who did not take lap time, Robbie Gilvin. I don't know if Michael Norman will be starting or not. He might be acting as a spotter tonight, as will Cole Baker, I think, but I could be wrong on that. Oscar Ramos, though, will be running, as is first-timer Benjamin White, and then rounding out the field is Jerm Lewis. I believe first time we've seen him here since first race season at Talladega. So, even if Norman and Baker are not racing, that makes for a pretty healthy 23 car field. Pretty healthy field. Good to see. We'll get on off track here as we have officially kicked it to the race session. I am going to very quickly establish my line of communication with the admins so that we get an idea of what is going on. So we will be able to hear Shane Side's calls as they happen. Again, you will see 140 laps on the ticker. That is, of course, for green, white, checkers. And the info for tonight would also be tire wear is going to come into play here quite a bit. And the pit window as far as fuel will likely be about 50 laps. Question is, will these drivers be able to push it that far on their tires? Short pitting versus long pitting. these are going to be some questions that will be answered as this race goes along. The field is now off and rolling.
Okay, ignore the green. Ignore the green. That's fucking funny. Okay. Tyler, what'd you do, bro?
May have had an issue here. Something wrong with
Okay.
Tyler
Hey,
Mallon.
keep the check here. Keep the check here. Keep the check clear. Dun's just gonna call green at the box at the start finish line. Keep the check clear. Check clear chat except for Dun.
Apologies for any language that you may have heard. So, green flag is going to fly at the start-finish line, and there it is. And everyone getting all spread out already. The crowd a little bit loose. A few guys a little bit loose on the start here, and they are all over the place. You guys lagging, and that will be the reset.
Oh, that's our one restart.
I kind of saw that coming. Trouble there with Chris Wetz involved. Yeah, that was a little bit of a bizarre scenario there. Don't know exactly what happened with the 18.
It doesn't count towards the bounty. It's okay. Race is now official.
So this will be the official start.
Same case again. When we get moving, keep the chat clear so Dun can call it.
Apparently, it might be some kind of a game glitch, perhaps. Not really sure. We'll have to maybe look into that then. So the field's gonna get reset here. Get back on track. And we'll be able to go racing. Everyone was a little squirrely there on that initial start.
We've dealt with glitchier tracks before. Trust us.
So yeah, definitely something wrong with the track itself. But hopefully that has been resolved. Or hopefully we'll get things resolved. North Dunlop Pride will manually be calling the green flag.
Maybe that problem's fixed with full pace or something.
If I had to take a guess, I would say that the green flag is flying like right now or something.
One more time since someone missed it. Why would you leave?
I don't know what is happening. Someone apparently left. Alexander Gonzalez actually leaving the room as they were about to start. This is very interesting. And I do not know what is happening. Well, IMRC, memes are made here. And boy, this is already a meme. But, once they get it back going again, it's not going to be all that funny. It is going to be serious time for these drivers to try and do their best and make it happen. Waiting for the command. For real this time.
I'm not restarting again, so.
So properly this time. The 74 will be the control car. Again, it seems like the green flag might be flying like too early. So that's why they're doing this. So Don LaPrade, Camilo Gonzalez on the front row. 120 laps here at the Monster Mile, Dover International Raceway in Dover, Delaware. Underway now for the 7th race of the season. Early problem for Dylan Strahlenberg. You saw him up next to the wall and then he pulled down. Never really accelerated. I'm not sure if maybe he started and parked it. But checking on through here at the moment. Top two have stayed the same.
Caution.
Caution is out.
Safe for claim 7.
Robbie Gilvin in trouble in turn 3.
No $20.
A lot of damage to Noah
Dagenhart
Dagenhart in the 87.
This time.
And the number 7 of Austin Ogo has claimed responsibility for this first caution. And yeah, Schwallenberg has retired, so not sure what that's about. It might just be that it's like, well, hey, all I have to do is start. I'm locked in anyway, so I'll just keep it out of trouble. And now a bit of a mixed bag of strategy there. A couple of guys faking coming onto pit road. Looks like Chris Wetz will be the first. From the 12th position. But Austin Ogo claiming responsibility. We saw the 69 and the 87 in trouble. We'll see exactly what that was. Was a click away, and not sure what Jerry Cook was doing there. So going down the straightaway, Dagenhart into the wall. And the 7 just pushed up that little bit. Sent him up and into the wall. And the 69 actually nowhere near that. Looks like may have just self-spun, and actually it looked like this got a little bit too close to the 70 of Andrew Lemke, who may have bounced off the wall a little bit. Very easy to do coming off of especially turn 2 at this track. Tightens up in a hurry, a lot quicker than you think, and especially when you're on the inside of somebody. So
going green this time, double up.
Might be some unpleasantries there between those two. Again, the 7 did claim that caution, so that will be an EOL penalty. One more caution that he causes, and he will be parked for the night, as per IMRC rule. So not a lot has changed up here at the front. Still LaPrade leading with the 21 of Camila Gonzalez in second. Jovan Anderson, Natan Amorito third and fourth. Roger Ray and Shane Sides fifth and sixth. Then Alexander Gonzalez, who has no relation to the 21. I have now confirmed that. Will restart seventh, with Dejan Weeks in eighth. Going back green here at the start-finish line. Don LaPrade, the control car. Field set and ready to go once again, and there they go. A little bit of wheel spin from a few guys. A little trouble for the 69. Had trouble getting going there. Not sure if he lost the gear. 22 spins, Jerome Lewis. If that was a solo spin, though, that will not be a caution. Keeps it going reasonably straight. And no caution called. So we keep going. Checking on back here. This is just outside the top 10. Andrew Lemke getting into it with William Goss. Now Liam Tingley for 10th position. Great run so far for that 03. And the 70 getting a little tight on the bottom. That is very easy to do. Now Tyler Mallon trying to take advantage. And the first time starter, Benjamin White. That inside line not working for the 70 as of now. The outside, it looks like it's where you want to be. Yeah, Mallon even struggling there trying to get underneath of William Goss, who's already running a higher line. Yeah, a little bit higher speed coming off the corner there for the 29 versus the 18. So we'll see if anyone will be able to make something happen on the inside, or if the outside is going to be where you want to be if you want to make a move. But these laps will be clicking off quickly if they keep it green. You see just about 23 seconds per lap for all these drivers. Already on lap 10, everyone kind of trying to mind their P's and Q's. I imagine a little smoke there entering turn 3. Looks like Degenhardt may have gotten in trouble again. I mean, with no rear end, that car is going to be really, really loose. Degenhardt, with his first start last week, had a pretty decent run, a little bit up and down, along with just about everyone else. Already not the way that he wanted this one to go. Early trouble with the 7. And now probably just trying to hang on to that very loose race car. Because, yeah, there's not going to be much air getting onto the rear spoiler of that thing at this point. Because the rear spoiler is non-existent. So Dunloprat with a narrow lead, about a car length over the 21. 21 still hounding him. Again, tire wear is going to be a big factor on these longer runs. See how much they're already slowing down in the corners. Big side warp out of the 84 Roger Ray. If that does become serious, they will send him toward the back just so that it doesn't cause a problem. But now you see that gap has closed up between the 21 and the 48 already. 74 goes up the racetrack, or he might have a battle for the lead here. Gonzalez underneath the 74. Looking to clear him out of turn 4, and will. New leader Camilo Gonzalez in the 21, but Dunloprat looking to come back. Not quite. Well, maybe. Maybe looking to get there. Still has a nose under there, but the 21 with the run on the outside remains clear. Excuse me. So Gonzalez, new leader. Actually pulling a few car lengths on the 74. William Goss coming off of pit road. Not sure what might have happened to him. Yeah, Goss is one of those drivers who's trying to stay in that fight for the chase. I think as of now, actually it might be slightly outside the cut line if I remember in the standings correctly. I will have a much better idea as we get to the final 3 races of the regular season, which will consist of Boston Speedway, Charlotte, and Daytona. Those will be the final 3 races of the regular season before we hit the chase. And then we will have, I believe, a 5-race chase, which is formatted very similarly to how the chase format was back in 2004 for the Cup Series, where it's based on points, and then whoever, or no, it's a little bit complicated. Just think, again, the best way I can describe it is think how the playoff format and the original chase format were, and kind of mesh the two together, and that's kind of what you get with how this series chase works. I'll be able to describe it a little bit better as we get a little bit closer to that. But right now, there is a big line behind the 74. The 21 of Camilo Gonzalez is pulling away quite a bit from everyone else. Almost wonder if Loprat is holding everyone up. But you would think that they would be making a move if that was the case. A lot more smoke there on the back straightaway. Checking ahead here to see what that may have been. Looks like someone had trouble on the backstretch, slid down to the bottom in turn 3. That may have been the 87 again. Again, no caution called. If it was contact, you do have to say something, because the admin who is racing in this, currently running 7th, Shane Sainz, obviously can't see everything, so you kind of have to be diligent about calling your own incidents and saying, was it a spin by myself, or was there contact involved? If there was contact, then it is a caution, but that's the thing, the admin has to know about it. Kind of similar situation happened at Fontana. A couple guys spun via contact. Never said anything about it, though. Caution never came out. That's why that race was pretty much caution-free for the first probably 3/4 of it. So second on back, awfully stacked up right now, pretty much all the way back to Tyler Mallon in 11th place. Who's looking to gain another one on Liam Tingley. That would be for 10th. The 03, though, on a great run in only his second start of the season. But Mallon, the two-time winner at Talladega and Bermuda, now makes that move into the top 10. But everyone right now chasing the 21 of Camilo Gonzalez, who was lapping about 2/10 quicker per lap than everyone else. Now has kind of evened out a little bit. Maybe even been a smidge slower that time. And it's a big matter of how you take care of your tires, how you use them, where you let off of the corner, if you're using your brakes at all. And yeah, that time another 10th quicker was the 21. So currently got to put that 21 as the favorite, but we'll see how that goes. A little warp from the 84 and the 74. But if I had to take a guess, we could be seeing pit stops within the next 15 laps. Could go as many as another 25, though, if you so choose. Because with them letting off more in the corner, of course, that will save more fuel. So fuel-wise, you could maybe even go a little bit over 50. But I think that tires are going to make such a difference that that's what you want. Yeah, that's an interesting thing about the strategy of this race. Is that do you play it so that you run longer in the beginning of the race so that you can run shorter runs later and be able to push harder later? Or do you want to maybe split into thirds? Because with a 120 lap race, you can split it pretty evenly. Lap 40, lap 80. You come down pit road each time. Or somewhere in between. And of course, cautions could play a part in that. A lot more warp from the 74. Not really affecting him right now, though. He's got a fair cushion over Jovan Anderson in the 48. Everyone just kind of doing their own thing right now, although Shane Sides did get past the 63 of Alexander Gonzalez for the 6th position. Shane Sides a fair ways currently within the top 12 in points. Just looking to kind of hold a reasonable cushion. A good run here for Natan Amoito, the Brazilian driver, in 5th at the moment. Again, after some bad luck and some disappointing results. Looking to make something good happen here in the 36th Nesquik Ford. But the Red Bull Chevrolet currently dominating. 30 laps in, we are a quarter of the way through the race. Checking ahead here, lap traffic really nowhere to be seen, so plenty of clean racetrack. Camilo Gonzalez, you know that he's got to be loving it. LaPrade second, Anderson third rather. Roger Ray in 4th. Then Amoito, Sides. Tyler Mallon, though, on a charge here, has just gotten past the 63 of Alexander Gonzalez. That is for 7th. Mallon knows how to get it done. Definitely one of the better drivers in NR. I mean, that could be said about just about any of these drivers, but Mallon especially probably was hanging back quite a bit. And now looking to maybe make something happen. Also looking to make something happen with Jovan Anderson. Looked like they've been trying to get underneath the 74. Might be a little bit faster at this point. And he's trying to say, hey, I'm here. And yeah, he's diving it in a lot harder. Might actually be able to get the run here. Yeah, he's looking just a little bit faster than the 74 at the moment. Getting a little close to the quarter panel. Looking underneath. Not able to get there, but the 48 is definitely trying. This is the battle for second. But man, that 18 is on a really hard charger. Just Moved up to 6th now past Shane's Sides. Checking on through the rest of the field here. Dejan Weeks currently show 9th with Chris Emery rounding out the top 10. And a quiet run for a pretty quiet driver, but doing well. Austin Ogo, though, looking to recover from that initial penalty. Hard hit there into the wall for the 03, and actually I just realized the 7 is a lap down by the looks of it. So Chris Wett's currently 11th with Goss a lap down. We saw him pit earlier. Emery just fell back a few spots. Now Liam Tingley in 12th. Oscar Ramos has fallen off of everyone else. There's Henry Nova, Andrew Lemke, Jerry Cook, and Benjamin White. And it looks like the 87 may have also pulled off the track. It looks like it did. The 22 is off the track as well. Jerome Lewis and Robbie Gilvin has also retired in the 69. So 4 cars out of the race at the moment. 19 remain. And now this is where we're going to start to see how pit stops could come into effect, as I just noticed how much the gap between the 21 and 74 is completely closed up. I think the 21 may have completely used up his stuff pulling that big of a gap. Now he is suffering for it. '74, will he make the move? 48 is there as well. So it seems like better long run speed for the 48 and the 74. Better middle run speed maybe for the 21. As here we go for the lead. Going into turn number 1, almost 3 wide. Anderson gives LaPrade the room.
Caution, 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 caution.
And caution is out. Incident in turn number 1. Liam Tingley in trouble in the 03, the Acer Toyota. Chris Emery looks like he just pitted, may have been one of the first to do so. That could, if he stayed on the lead lap, that could massively benefit him. Boy, that could be huge.
29, I believe.
So checking on what may have caused the yellow. So Tingley just spun out.
Thanks for claim victory. It's a new low penalty.
And
this time, road's open.
So that would not have been a caution if contact was not made with the 70 of Andrew Lemke. But because those two made contact, that was a caution. We saw the 08 of Jerry Cook spin out as well, probably just taking avoidant action. Probably minor damage to the 70, but should be able to get that fixed pretty easily. And now no surprise that everyone's going to pit here. But again, if that 52 stayed on the lead lap, and he's actually coming down pit road anyway, so everyone on pit road. We'll see how this will stack everyone up. No, that is not a good angle at all. There we go, that's perfect. And actually that will help Chris Emery, because it looks like he may have taken fuel only. You're going to come back out and will be the leader. Check on everyone else here. Looks like Anderson's going to beat out both the 21 and the 74. 84 has actually gotten ahead of the 21 as well.
I believe the leader is the 52?
Yes. Yes, indeed it is. Chris Emery is coming back down pit road. Oh, so conservative strategy play here by Emery. That twisted T machine. Going back down pit road will relinquish the lead, despite what could have been a pretty brilliant strategy call. But playing the long game, knowing Chris Emery, that's exactly what he's going for. So the leader now will be Jovan Anderson. First time that he's been the leader so far. with LePrade second, Roger Ray up to third, and Camilo Gonzalez dropping back to fourth, with Tyler Mallon behind him. There is absolutely no love lost between these two.
Good black flag for.
Just think back to Las Vegas. A number of opinions could be thrown about that scenario, but 21 of the 18.
Well,
definitely not in the best spirits with each other. So we'll see if that could play a factor. Natana Amoito will be 6th, with Shane Stein 7th, Alexander Gonzalez then in 8th.
yeah, that probably could be the case.
Dejon Weeks and Chris Wetz looks like will now be the top 10.
Let's see here. Double up. We'll try and go this time.
If you're getting the command to double up. Seeing if we'll be able to go green this time. Chris Emery again going for the conservative strategy. I will be very interested. It sounded like you may have actually gotten some kind of penalty on pit road that may have caused that. So that might actually be why he's back there. But I'm still going to keep an eye on him.
You're fine, Emery. It's Rosenfield anyways. If you were on the lead lap when the caution came out, you're on the lead lap.
Just keep an eye also on Tyler Mallon. We saw how hard of a charge they made on that long run. So we'll see what happens here. Coming to start lap 46 out of 120. Jovan Anderson, the control car, and that ally number 48. We're back at it. Jerry Cook pulls down low, getting out of the way toward the back of the field. Side by side, though, the front row. Anderson looking to get the advantage here on the bottom of the corner, but LePrade with a great run off. And they'll remain side by side for right now. But Anderson will clear. Roger Ray kind of getting a little loose there. It's going to make the move, though, for second. And clears. A little bit of a dart move there to get in front of the 74. Actually clip the wall, but it'll work out for last week's winner. One of the few dodges that you'll ever see in the credit to number 84. Camilo Gonzalez still fourth in front of Amoito and Alexander Gonzalez at the moment. Looks like might be hanging back a little bit more. Maybe took inventory about tire wear that last run. So might be looking to do something a little bit different. Shout out here to Chris Wetz, though, has made up some spots there. Up to 7th. Great run there for last season's runner-up. I can tell you that right now. Do not count out Chris Wentz. Has a tendency to very quietly just run well, finish where he needs to. He's kind of the Matt Crafton of IMRC. Will just come up out of nowhere, end up in championship contention, and then be right there in the hunt to get the title himself. We saw how close he came to getting it away from last season's champion, Zach Rogers. So Chris Wett's looking to maybe pull it off once again. Currently behind the 63 of Alexander Gonzalez. Top 5, though, under a blanket at the moment. But Anderson's favorite right now, leading the charge. 10 laps from halfway. Great zoom by shot right there. Zoom by. That's a heck of a phrasing. So we saw on that first run, LePrade started struggling in the middle of the run. But no one was willing to pass him, so I almost wonder if that was actually struggling or tire saving. because we saw the 21 pull away, and then that gap just dissolved in a hurry. Once the run went long enough, of course, we saw Tyler Mallon making up ground insanely fast toward the end of the run. And that run was a pretty much a full time run, about 40 laps, so we'll see how that'll play into things if we go green. Has Gonzalez, though, maybe learned something from that? Remember, Gonzalez also learned something from Las Vegas. Really struggled in the beginning of the race on even the medium run. Really fell back hard after using up his tires. Then really took note and was able to be much more consistent on the longer run toward the second half of the race. Unfortunately, kind of in that skirmish with Tyler Mallon. But that 21, he's a fast learner, so it'll be interesting to see what he'll be able to do on this run, and also interesting to see what Natana Amoito can do. As a big dive here from Chris Wetz, who's also on a great charge here, just moved up to 5th place, got past the 63, and now has gotten by the 36. Might be looking for 4th now. But is it too early? That is the big question. I was about to say about Amoito, though. A couple guys have indicated to me as I was talking to them before the race tonight that he was one of the favorites. He and William Goss tend to do pretty well at this track, they said. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the 36 lurking later on. Of course, 29 had some kind of problem, had to come down pit road, lost a few laps. Still out there, 2 laps down. Let's see, Austin Ogo currently 1 lap down in 18th. Top 17, though, still on the lead lap. But that 71 is charging just past the 21. Now past the 74. Up to 3rd place, looking for 2nd. Chris Wetz. And handily takes it. But now LePrade under attack from the 21. Going to relinquish that spot. Falls back to 5th. Getting a little low there was the 63. Again, keeping my eye on that 18. We saw the run earlier, so we'll see if they'll be able to do it again. But look at the 71. Hard charge, and looking to maybe take the race lead away. Jovan Anderson looking in his mirror going, where did you come from? We are now officially into the second half of this race. Both of them get into the wall. Chris Wett's doing a phenomenal job of running great, despite his tires maybe being a little bit older. This big slide from Roger Ray as he's trying to hold on to some spots here. But currently dropping back on the way outside. Falls behind Tyler Mallon now. That is back to 7th now for the 84. Checking back up front though. 48 versus 71. How is that going to go? Is the 71 maybe going to ease back, get a little more patient, try to save his stuff, or is he going to go for it? Looking for that clean air. Because clean air is definitely it's valuable. I know that it's an 18-year-old game, but there is absolutely an aspect of clean air in this game. I've noticed that when you're behind someone, especially on a track like this, your car can definitely push a lot more. So, but right now it looks like the 71 may have used up his stuff a little bit. It's just kind of evened out now. The 21 of Camilo Gonzalez is starting to close the gap. Yeah, great lap time there. Only a 10th off of his fastest of the race. Whereas both the leaders running 2/10 slower that last lap. LeProd back to 4th. Also starting to close the gap a little bit. Actually ran faster than any of the top 3 that time. And Amorito currently just kind of hanging by himself right now in 5th place. Looking to see what happens in front of him. So the pit window at this point looks like it will open around lap 80 to 85. Possibly lap 90 if you want to stretch it. And that should be the last stop of the race if this goes green. Coming to lap 69. Guess I had to point that out. And everyone has just kind of leveled off now. Within the top 5. Tyler Mallon all by their lonesome right now. Running 6th. Roger Ray's actually gotten past, or no. No, that is 6th. Okay, so Roger Ray in 7th right now. Shane Side's 8th. I miscounted there. It's been a long day. Top 10 currently rounded out by Alexander Gonzalez and charge up here by Dejan Weeks. Now up to 10th. This is where the action is right now, though. He's defending from from Andrew Lemke. My gosh, I'm all over the place. They are side by side now for the top 10. Ooh, man, big crossover move there. And Renova went in the wings in that 37. Yeah, this is where the big skirmish is right now. William Grass still showing some pretty solid speed despite being 2 laps down. Austin Ogo 1 lap down. In the white number 7 Ford. They're both hoping for maybe a few more cautions, get some lucky dogs, get back on the lead lap, maybe get back into contention. Oscar Ramos, that red number 5, the Vodafone machine. Holding his own pretty well. Currently 13th. Chris Emery, though, after perhaps a pit road penalty, trying to charge back up, is going to actually take that position. Move the 52 up to 13th. And that is pretty much the whole field there. Back up front, not much has changed. Still Anderson in the lead. Maybe pulled another car length or 2 on the 71. 21. A few car lengths back of him. And Moedo might be closing just a little bit on the 74 of Dunlaprad. So expect that battle to maybe start to heat up here soon enough.
Caution.
And again, before we start to get close to the pit window, caution once again, this time in turn 4, Andrew Lemke, Dejan Weeks involved. Take a quick look and see what happened here. Caused caution number 3 of the race.
At the start finish line.
Going into the corner, and holy crap! Andrew Lemke with a dive and a half. What was that? My gosh. Need to move underneath the 37.
Regardless of claim or not, I'm checking it.
And just never slowed down.
Pit road's open this time.
Boy, I don't know about that one. I will be very interested to hear the call.
Pits are open.
And there's a very unhappy Dejan Weeks. Lemke's still going. These two might not be done. Nope, looks like they are there.
Lucky dog should be 7.
So that will put Austin Ogo back on the lead lap. I don't know if Lemke did that on purpose, but I know that the 10 definitely did that on purpose, and
I'm going to check it after I take service.
Was definitely not happy at all. So drama unfolding here. Looks like Jovan Anderson's going to hold on to the lead. Chris Wetz, looks like pretty much everyone in the top 5 will stay the same. Tyler Mallon in 6th. Roger Ray. Then Shane Sides. Alexander Gonzalez. Chris Emery clawing back up here will now be 9th.
Two's coming around the bottom, checking incident.
Then looks like Jerry Cook will be 10th. So this might be a pretty lengthy caution because I think that there's gonna be some there might be some parks after that one. I will definitely say that much. Andrew Lemke going into turn 3. I don't want to say that he did that on purpose because I don't know what would have provoked that for him if he was trying to if he was unhappy with the 37 or the 10. We definitely saw the 10 making some pretty bold moves on the 70. Lemke maybe took a disliking to that. I'm going to go back and actually look at that again. So we're back on lap 72 here. Looked like it was already maybe a little bit chippy between these two. Again, this is the lap prior, I believe, to what happened. Lemke gets a little close to the 10 there. Kind of stacks up a little bit. They're all behind the 63. Okay, that was actually, I went back too many laps. But everything still looks normal. Oh! Bumper there from the 37. Moves the 70 up the track. Going into the corner there, Goss gets underneath him, and I think that this is the lap that it happens. So I think Lemke was actually trying to go after the 37 and maybe accidentally got the 10. That's my guess. I cannot say for sure. Obviously. 70 starts to get going. '70 slows down, and Dejan Weeks coming over and saying, "Dude, what was that?" And that was all right in front of the leaders as they were coming up to the start-finish line. So I would not be surprised if the 70 might be parked. 10 possibly might be parked as well. But if I had to take my honest guess, it looked like the 37 got into the back of the 70. 70 tried to retaliate.
I think I just blew up. Pit road. What the fuck?
Sorry for the language, but the Shane Sides may
got
have...
back at my replay. I'm all orange. What in the hell?
Oh boy, Shane Sides may have just blown up on pit road. I mean, in-game failures are a thing, but...
fast before I retire the car.
That's definitely an unusual one to see that happen.
I think I blew up. I'm gonna come back into the server and just double check that maybe something glitched. But if not, I will retire the car.
So still under caution here. 40 to go this time by. Checking the standings here, the 70 has already retired of Lemke. Oh boy.
My engine blew up. I think I'm just stuck.
I wish that there was some kind of a way that I could...
I'm hitting the gas pedal. The car moves. It just doesn't move forward.
That is interesting. I'll probably have a little warp in there still. So 16 cars left in this race, all on the lead lap. Wait, no.
To hold field hostage one lap, but can someone come to pit road and just hit? Well, yeah, but I'm just double checking. I just want to double check.
Man, Shane Sides has had a
That is
really good car
weird
this
way to
entire
pull up.
race.
It's just on pit road. You can get your spot back to 10. I just want to double check before I retire the car.
Some very, very unusual stuff happening here. Because Shane Sides has had a great car all night, so obviously wants to stay in it. So now they're going to try and bump him and see if they can get him going. No, he is blown up.
Yep, it's killed. It's killed. Stop hitting me.
Oh my gosh. So idling on pit road, the two blew up.
Says clutch broke. Interesting.
That is the first time I've ever seen
I
that
wonder if maybe something just happened when I hit
in
escape.
3.5 years
Oh.
of racing
Well,
in
I'm
NR
going off there
2003.
now. To put the call in for the 70. While I am unclear whether that's intent wreck or not, I'm still parking because that's just stupid.
And there's going to be some discussion had there with the 70 and everyone else.
Says the clutch. I'm not quite sure what. Okay, I don't get it, but really weird.
So Dejan Weeks and Henry Nova will take their spots back because they came to pretty much help out the two.
Going green this time. If we can get lined up real fast.
Yeah,
Green this time. Keep check there. Punched up. Sorry for the delay. Just want to make sure.
Field getting the call to get lined up. We're going to go green here with 38 laps to go. Jovan Anderson and Chris Wetz first and second. Someone has hopped in here, and that is Lemke. Well, I guess I will go ahead and take the opportunity to ask, what happened there?
I don't know. A lot of confusion. Some guys are saving a lot, and other guys are going a lot, and I'm right there in the middle. And then I thought that move I made
claims
was
are no longer
somehow
required
going to
since
work.
we have an off-track admin, so I will be checking every incident regardless.
I really don't know.
If we have
yeah,
any.
that was not the smartest move I made. Just pressure gets to you, and I'm like, well, I'm saving, but I'm also going to lose spots if I keep doing what he's doing. So, I mean, is what it is. It just happens sometimes. I don't know. That might be a league burn or something. I don't know. It was nothing intentional, but yeah. So get back to I guess that Artstone Miller. So yeah, just continue with what's going on in the race, and if I have anything to comment or whatever, yeah.
Well, I do appreciate you coming up here, I guess, being honest about it. I'm sure there might be some discussions about that, but for right now, 35 to go. Think they should be good on fuel, would you say?
35 to go. I mean, if they pitted under that last caution, they should be perfectly fine. It's just the tires are the big question here.
Yeah, that's
really
a good question.
save.
Someone who's definitely, I don't think was saving on that corner entry. Natana Amorino takes the lead away for the first time tonight. Away from Jovan Anderson. Anderson, though, maybe looking to come back. Nope, going to stay behind there. Still a pretty long run here, so these guys are going to be wanting to probably save their stuff a little bit. Chris Wetz, though, had a great charge early in that run the last time. Was able to get up to second. Shout out here to Chris Emery. Quietly now up to sixth. We'll see what he'll be able to do. Even Oscar Ramos now in the top 10. This top 10 has really gotten shaken up under this last caution period. But Amorino with the lead right now, but we'll see how long he'll be able to hold on to it, if his tires will hold out, and we'll see if he'll be able to maybe get a little redemption from last week too. Coming to take lap 90. Amorino with a good several car lengths over the 48, who has a gaggle of cars behind him. 74, the 84, the 71, who actually might be looking to maybe get underneath for fourth place. Not going to be able to make that work yet. both of the Gonzalez's 7th and 8th. Currently 63 and 21. Emery up the track. It's going to open the door for the 63 to take that spot away, move up to 6th. And don't look now. Austin Ogo back on the lead lap. Now 10th. Malin behind him. I think that those two are going to be mounting a charge if this run goes green. And everyone's pretty much got to take it away from everyone up here at the front. Is Roger Ray looking to take 3rd. He'll take it. Chris Wetz looking to follow suit. Can LePron get the run on the high side? Doesn't look like it. But he will, maybe not quite able to get in front of 63. Yeah, LePron, once he gets on that high side, it just does not work for him. Might be able to stay clear of the 63 this time, though, and it looks like he will. Maybe coming off the corner. Yep, going to be able to stay in 5th for the time being. But still got a pretty long way to go here, all things considered. Amoedo still comfortably leading. As I sneeze. And again, very much apologize. But Amoedo charging right now. I don't know if that's the right play at the moment. And who knows, opens up a big enough lead. It could work. Currently a gap of about 7/10 of a second over the 48. And everyone behind him is looking to save their stuff, so we'll see what happens from here. Tyler Mallon and Austin Ogo, like I said, they're on the charge now. And it's got by Oscar Ramos in the 5. Now looking to take a spot away from Camilo Gonzalez. That would be for 8th. 24 laps to go. Not quite as funny as 25, but hope everyone gets that joke. That gap already by maybe a couple car lengths starting to close in between the 48 and the 36. Although they were pretty even that last lap. This race winding down, not too many cautions, very quick lap times. 120 laps sounds like a lot. But if you really get a run going, they will click off in a hurry. And these laps are going in a hurry right now. 22 to go. And it's all going to be a matter of who plays the conservation game the best. Still got my eye on these two in 8th and 9th at the moment. But they've got a long ways to go if they're going to get up to the front. Oscar Ramos also got by the 21. 21's looking to follow suit. Slide there from Goss, but he saves it. Second week in a row that he's had a big slide and has been able to keep it straight. Gets in front of Benjamin White, who's done a pretty good job tonight. Hasn't really made much noise, but hey, sometimes that's a good thing. In your first start, just kind of quietly doing your thing. So shout out to that number 38. So 20 laps to go. And the gap is closing maybe just that little bit more between the 36 and the 48. Again, that 48, driven by Jovan Anderson, and it's Cody Lama's car. So the win would pretty much be counted toward Cody. I don't know how that would work as far as getting Cody into the playoffs or not. But Anderson has pulled away from Roger Ray now. Maybe Ray is hanging back a little bit longer, trying to have that last gasp at the end. Oh no, this is really getting intense. 18 to go. So if the 48 gets there, when does he make his move? Because he's definitely just taking chomps out of that gap. Roger Ray and Chris Wetz, though, waiting in the wings. That was a tongue twister and a half. Third, fourth right now. They're going to get up there. Don't count out that number 74, though. Big slide from Roger Ray. Keeps it straight. He has been very sideways a lot throughout the course of the night. Anderson looking to get to the corner panel of the 36. Coming to 15 to go. It's really close to the rear bumper. That 36 starting to struggle, but he is not going to give an inch. I know Amorino. I know his style. I know how badly he wants it after getting some abysmal luck. Was leading at Bermuda, ended up crashed down in Vegas. Few incidents at Rio. In his home race, throwing the block on the 48, trying to keep that inside line. Or take that inside line away from the 48, but the 84 and the 71 are there now. Boy, I don't know if you'll be able to hold them off forever. But Ray looking to make the move. Ooh, big slide! Down to the inside wall! Great save once again, but it's going to cost him. Falling back. Might fall behind the 74, and he will. But hey, he kept it in one piece. So now Anderson free to go on the 36 again, who gets loose. 48 to his outside. Oh, 36 trying to charge back. And he's doing a great job of it. Gonna dive it down to the corner, as does the 48. We still have 11 laps to go here, though. Crossover from Anderson. Blocked there, but there's Ogo looking to make the move on the 48 further back as a big slide. And the 36 really causing everyone to stack back up on each other. The 71 is there as well. We know that he has a good long run car. Ooh, big block from the 36. Once again, it is now 10 laps to go at Dover. And Amorito doing everything he can and then some to keep the 48 and everyone else behind him. Ogo underneath of Roger Ray for 5th. Once again to the inside, maybe a little contact that time. And we're side by side again.
Caution, 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 caution.
And the caution flies. Trouble for Jerry Cook in the 08. Oh boy.
Distance being checked. The road's closed.
This just turned into a shootout. Checking on the crash here. Turn there from Will Gosson, the 29. Oh man, almost clobbered by
Checking accident. Pirote's open this time. Pirote is open this time.
Benjamin White. They did a great job of keeping it straight. Again, another kind of peculiar accident from William Goss, who has not had a great day ever since kind of an unexplained coming down pit road. But I've got to imagine that everyone's going to pit here.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, these tires are, well, when you can get them, you get them. Grip is not free, and it's hard to keep here.
Ain't that the truth? The tire wear's been pretty high all night. And that is pretty much everyone coming down pit road. So, who will have the advantage? I mean, I honestly got to give the advantage to the 36. It's been pretty quick on the short runs. Also, that 21 on the short run as well has been really good. But now, of course, everyone is going to be... He's going Hammer down, balls to the wall. Have at it. Coming off pit road. Oh, look at this! The 03 comes off a pit road first, possibly a 2-tire stop. Oh boy. Things just got a little more interesting. As if they weren't already interesting enough. We'll look at this really quick here, and yep. 2 tires, 2 right side tires for Liam Tingley, and only his second start of the season. And now in the lead on the strategy call. So on this short run, 2 right side tires. I'll go ahead and ask you, Lemke. Do you think that, I mean, with a run like this, do you think that it would be possible on 2 tires, or do you think that that might not work?
That's a really tough one because, I mean, for real here, like, not having tires is gonna really slow you down. It's like a parachute, but I mean, it just depends. Like, if he didn't beat up his left side too bad and he got right sides, that
I'm gonna
could be
label
good,
the
or
wreck
vice
as
versa.
racing build. Just be mindful.
I think there's a chance, certainly, if he really wheels it and hopes the guys
I'll look at it more later, but I
get
don't want to
caught up racing really hard.
Yeah, a little bit more.
But yeah, anything's
I'm gonna label
possible,
it as
but
racing build.
it's
If it
a
changes later
mountain
on,
he's got to climb.
we'll notify, but go green this time. Lap 120, white flag.
Green this time. 5 laps to go. And Liam Tingley, like Lemke said, if he manages his tires well enough, and they get to racing behind him, this could be the upset of the century.
For sure. And here we go. We're just about to the restart zone. Green flag on the speedway. They take off. Gets through the gears okay. And Guido, great restart right there. He's going to clear him going into turn 1.
Whoa!
Like I said, he's just falling back really hard on those older tires on whatever side of the car it is. And definitely
Oh,
your restart.
gosh! 3 wide, almost 4 wide, almost contact the melon!
Contact!
Into the wall!
Caution, 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 caution.
Oh man, they just all stacked up around the 03. I mean, credit to him. He gave it a try, and golly, that just shows how much of a difference it makes. And just a little bit of contact.
It's under review. Pit road's open this time.
Pit road is open. I doubt anyone's gonna come in this time, but that will move Dunlop Pratt up to second, and Guido back to the lead.
I feel like this could be one of those situations where someone goes, everyone else isn't, and yeah, okay, well that's Tingley who just pitted, obviously. I don't imagine he's gonna have any tires after that, but yeah, I don't think anyone was gonna. Well, actually, I wouldn't have been surprised if they did, but no, they didn't.
Well, coming off the corner here, everyone was just going all over the place. Alexander Gonzalez almost down to the black part of the pavement. They were 3 wide, a big dive from the 7. Golly, I would almost just label that as really hard racing, but again,
I'm gonna label that as racing deal.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, right when I say
with the wear rate here, I mean, I think
line.
the guy who isn't as aggressive on these past restarts, because even that, the restarts will tear your tires down a little bit, so say a Cody Lamas was taking a little easier on that restart or someone else, they definitely might have what they need to get by.
that's actually Jovan Anderson filling in for Cody in that 48.
Once a green
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, I did not know, damn.
Or Ricky Johnson, as some might know him as.
We are going to be going past regulation, so this is going to be IMRC overtime attempt number 1.
Alright, this is our first overtime attempt here, and I believe we get the green this time by, once they start to get past that white line there on the front stretch.
Actually, I just realized now, since you're in here, I can mute Shane. I don't have to keep having him interrupt us. Not on purpose, obviously.
Yay.
Shane doing a great job. So going green for our first attempt, and a green-white checkered. 36 and 74 in the front row.
Man, this could be really quite the brawl here between the 36 and 74. Both really had this place down practice as far as speed goes. So
They're also teammates, are they not?
but that experience with Ricky Johnson, don't count him. I mean, I think it's going to be someone in the top 3, maybe top 5 who gets this one.
I would have to agree with that. Well, we are now green once again. Oh, that was...
Through the gears.
Ooh! Golly, that was tight there. 3 wide!
Proud to
4
spin the
wide!
tires a little bit.
Oh, Chris Wentz with a bad break there. Gonna drop all the way to the rear.
Ricky almost had him cleared there in that first set of turns. Unfortunately, he doesn't.
If they take the white flag, we'll race back. Big slide from Dejan Weeks. Not sure what that's going to be, but the leader took the white, so we're racing
in the
back.
back of the 48. Can he get under him? Not quite.
Ogo through on the defensive line. LePrand got to have one last gasp here. It's not going to work. Great block by Anderson on the number 7. But Amorino finally going to win in the IMRC this season. And it comes at Dover.
Not surprised by that.
Golly, you think he's got to be jumping for joy, going, thank goodness, finally, on that one. Teammates 1-2 there. Anderson in 3rd with a great run. Did absolutely phenomenal. Man, that was a very dramatic, very exciting race. That was awesome to watch. And congratulations to Amoedo. The Brazilian native finally gets the W. And burning it down, and rightfully so. I think that is going to be one happy man when we get him up here. Burning down that Nesquik Ford. And that will also lock him into the playoffs as well. So it'll be interesting to see what he'll be able to do with that. So we'll look back here really quick at the official finishing results. So Amoedo with the win, LePrade 2nd, Anderson 3rd. Phenomenal run by all those guys, and especially a great comeback by Austin Ogo. Going to finish 4th after being involved in some early trouble, falling a lap down, getting the lucky dog, and a great run for last week's winner. Wow.
You'll get it eventually.
Last week's winner, Roger Ray. Holy crap. Finishing in 5th place. Alexander Gonzalez, also a great run in 6th. That's going to help his playoff hopes. Chris Emery 7th. Camilo Gonzalez 8th. Oscar Ramos 9th. Tyler Mallon will recover to finish in the top 10. Henry Nova, Jerry Cook, and looks like Will Goss. Then Benjamin White, Dejan Weeks, top 15. Great racing there, with a little drama thrown in there, and we have quite the pack in the waiting room. Then I think we'll go down the order, and we'll start with the winner, Natan Amoedo. I think that he's going to be a pretty happy man here.
For sure.
Oops, I'm on your car. Oh.
Hey, good win, man.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Man, hey Andrew, remember I told you in Brazil, hey Dover, who's gonna win? And I told you.
Yeah, I knew that you were looking for the comeback, and I'd say that is the best way to come back right there.
Pardon my language, but I raced like a fucking asshole, and I know, and I was making fun about it with Joven, so man, I had to do it, there was no other way.
I kind of had a feeling, because I was going to say that you Like you pulled quite the gap on that second to last run, but then it closed up in a hurry. I was kind of thinking he burned his tires off, but I knew you that you were gonna defend that as if you didn't, you were gonna die. But I will just ask,
Yeah.
what was going through your head? The tires had to be screaming for you at that point.
Yeah, well,
Sweet
the-
win, man. I'm heading out. Sorry to interrupt, but yeah.
Hey,
No
thanks,
problem.
man. Stay there. I mean, why not? The thing is, at a point of the race, I realized that leading the race was the only way to do it because clean air was so important, for the long run. So I said, okay, I can burn out my tires. It's the only way I know how to race, really. I was trying to save my tires and it wasn't working. And I was like P5, and I said, okay, this is terrible. So I said, well, I will go for it, and whatever happens, happens. So in that, with like lap 80, the restart, I was like, this is time for me to hit the real Nathan here, and so that's what I did, and I did burn out my tires, but I was like, look, if anybody catches me up, I won't let them pass. It will be like, you gotta wreck me, and I told Joven, we were in the same room, and I told him, if you wanna pass me, you will have to wreck me. And so I started pulling out those moves, and he's very respectful. He was very respectful because if it was the other way around, I would definitely wreck him in the first chance he gave. So yeah, he got up to me, couldn't make the pass, and then yellow flag came out, and I'm fast on short runs, so everything worked out very well. And by the way, I am terrible in Boston. I'm in the playoffs, so expect me to be here in Boston and Daytona in the broadcast. So, just saying, man.
I'll be looking forward to that, man. That is really cool to see. It's like I was saying, you've had some abysmal luck, but finally able to pull through. That is awesome to see. Massive congratulations, and yeah, I'd be more than happy to have you back in the booth here again whenever you'd like.
All right, man. Cool. That will be me, you, and Blake then in Boston, and then Daytona will probably be me and you. I'll try to get Tyler Mellon. You know what? I'll try to get him from Daytona as well. Why not?
Well, we'll see what Malin will be able to, if he'll maybe want to run that. But I'm not gonna lie, I also still kind of want to see you on track anyway, because you always put on a heck of a show. But congratulations, 1-2 finish for you as well for your team, and
yeah,
that's awesome.
Totally.
GG.
Yeah, it is. Now get get Joven here. Let's.
Yeah,
I'm trying
well,
to keep language here. It's so tough.
yeah, I'll go ahead and move him on up here, and then we'll talk to Dunn afterward.
Yeah.
User
Oh, yeah.
was moved to your channel.
Oh, hi.
Oh yeah, indeed.
Howdy.
Hello.
Third place finisher, Jovan Anderson, and I mean, great run for you. Bringing home some more points for Cody Lamas, but just have to ask you, and talking to Natan, how did you not wreck him?
Well, I am very forgiving and very nice. Me and Natan, we both have very different racing styles. Personally, we get along quite well, but on the racetrack, we're two completely different individuals. And Natan's very aggressive, and I'm very conservative, and I try to be patient, and I try my best to race everybody as clean as I possibly can. And Natan was just doing everything he had to do to secure himself into the playoffs. And he cares and runs here all the time with these guys, and puts a lot of pride behind that. So I was just trying my best to be patient. I knew I had some more time. I knew I was way better in the long run. I was pretty weak. I was okay in the short run, but it usually took me about 10 laps to find my spot and to use that to where I could get an edge on everybody. So I was just trying my best to be patient, and I couldn't get him to mess up enough to where I wouldn't compromise myself too, because there was basically no topside, there was no grip up there, and if you tried to cut low too hard, it was very easy to get the car loose. So I was just trying my best to hold my own and make sure I got the car up for Cody.
Yeah, well, you did a great job of that. I mean, again, third place last 2 weeks, driving that 48, so getting some good points for him there. I will say though, I don't know if I should say this, but Natan admitted that if the roles were reversed, he would have dumped you.
Yeah.
But no, man, you guys put on a phenomenal show there. That race had a little bit of everything. I do have to ask you both really quick though about the beginning of the race. What happened that made them have to have you manually call it at the very beginning?
Oh, that was an interesting anomaly. I've never seen that before. So literally right as we pulled onto the track, or we started going, I'm sorry, it called the green flag.
Oh.
Literally on the back straightaway going into turn 3. For some reason, the game called the green flag. So that was really weird.
Okay. It's kind of what I guessed, but that was.
So we're just like, okay, ignore the green. We're just gonna go at the line like we would for any restart.
Yeah, this race definitely had its moments with the league admin blowing up while idling on pit road. That's also a first I've never seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something to behold. But hey, I mean, Natan with the win, Jovan Anderson in third. Of course, we gotta get second place finisher Dunn LaPrat up here. I'm just gonna make sure that he still wants sun.
It was a really good race. I was really happy how that went.
Oh yeah, not too many cautions. I would say for a 120 lap Dover race, that really flew by.
I knew when the caution came out that I was like, oh man. I think Dunn moved down to the team room.
Yeah, I see him, but I was just making sure. But we'll go ahead and get him here. Dunn LaPrat's second place finisher.
User was moved
and there he is.
I mean, good second place. Good second place.
Oh yeah, heck of a second place. Gotta be happy with that. Gotta be happy for your teammate finishing first there. But you definitely had to pull out all the stops there to try and beat him. I'll just ask what was going through your mind on that final green white checkered.
Well, most importantly, first off, is not to screw up, and I smacked the wall spinning my tires on that final restart, so that cost me a little bit, but I was still able to maintain second, so it wasn't too bad at the end. I mean, I wish I didn't do that, otherwise I might have had something with that time, but then again, I mean, this track was really all about, trying to not screw up, because especially when you're on the inside of someone and, on the restarts, and the restarts in particular of how loose your car is when you spin the tires, it was a really sketchy track, but I was able to bring home a second place in this tied Ford Mustang. I'm really happy with that, and I mean, a good momentum. We didn't do that particularly well last week. Even though we were able to lead some laps, but I think coming into this week, I just needed a shift, a change in sort of my mindset as how I approach the races, especially track like Dover, where especially they're particularly hard to drive. So I was able to, win the pole. I mean, a blistering lap. I don't even know how I managed to get that pole time, but nonetheless, it got me the front row spot, and I was able to lead a couple laps. So overall, it was a good race. I just basically my objective in this race was not to screw up and at least get a top 5 and potentially try to go for the win there, but that time he was just too good at the end there. He definitely hit his marks better than I did, and I mean he's my teammate. He got into the chase, so I'm happy to see him in it now, and now we can both just sit back and relax the next couple of races before the playoffs. So I'm very happy once again to get this second place finish. I wish I had a chance to win there, but to be honest, Nathan has had a lot of bad luck, so I'm happy to see my bro get a win. So congrats, Nathan. You earned that one for sure. Especially since he was blocking the heck out of Jovan and others coming, those final 20 laps or so. So I thought they were all going to crash.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah.
But I mean, once again, I'm very happy to get this second place. We're gonna take it and go into Boston next week, and hopefully we can maintain that same momentum.
Yeah, that was awesome to see. Do have to conclude with one final very tough question. if you would have gotten any closer to him, would you have bumped him?
Well, normally I'm the type of the driver that wouldn't try to bump someone out of the win. So the answer to that is no. But I wasn't gonna make it easy for Nathan. I mean, he knows that, and I mean he's aggressive
No.
just like I am. So
That's
I
how
know
I-
for.
I know we were like in 70% of the gas right there because hey man, it's my boss right here, man. It's this guy, man.
Uh,
I don't want to be fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, I wasn't gonna make it easy. Obviously, I'm not gonna make it easy for anyone, but anytime I race against anyone for the win, it's all bets are off. So once again, I'm glad that Nathan got the win, and once again, we're just gonna sit back and go to Boston next week, and hopefully we can try to get a W there if we can before the playoffs to give us an extra momentum. But right now, we're looking pretty.
Yeah, looking pretty good indeed. Good luck to the both of you. Of course, Joven, for whatever other starts that you're making, good luck to you as well. Lenke, best of luck to you as well. I think we'll go ahead and wrap up this show.
Pending investigation. I don't know. That was just weird.
Yeah.
Situation.
User left your
Yeah, I think that, I as a broadcaster, I will not dive any further into that. For now, though,
Me
Oh.
neither.
I will just say that was a very, very fun race to watch. Drama, long green flag runs, short runs, battling. That was good stuff. Credit to all the drivers.
Logano blocking.
And some of the most insane blocking that I've ever seen. I mean, just ask Chris Emery in a lights race when I blocked the heck out of him to
I
win that
almost
one.
feel bad for Ricky, actually, for Joven, because it was probably like, man, if I wreck this guy, I'm getting a claim and I'm going to the back. But if I don't wreck this guy, I'm not gonna win the race. So what do I do? So he tried to pass me on the outside. He tried to pass me on the outside.
It was the same way for me, man. It was the same way for me,
I'm talking about you, yeah.
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 Well, yeah, we
And-
were both in the same boat with that.
And then you tried to pass me on the outside, and I was like, man, if this guy passes me on the outside in Dover, my career is over, man. So I was like, no, it's time to kill this car, man. So I tried everything I could, and man, it was fun.
This wasn't.
These guys are too
There
much
was
fun.
nothing up there, man. Nothing.
These guys are too much fun. So we'll see everyone at Boston, though. Best of luck to all the drivers. We'll give you a more in-depth points analysis then when I'm actually able to have a co-commentator. This broadcast stuff is hard.
Thank you guys for the broadcast, by the way. I'm definitely gonna go back and watch this one.
Oh, I hope that you'll enjoy it. I mean, you'll definitely enjoy the different perspective of the yellow car blocking you, or it might give you PTSD, one or the other.
IMRC memes are made here.
There
One of
were-
the few times that aggressive does not go around.
There were a lot of memes made here
Thanks to
tonight,
Joven.
that's for sure. On that note, though, thank you to everyone in YouTube land for watching. Thank you to the IMRC again, and we'll see everyone at Boston. 3 races to go in the regular season. It's going to be close. Thank you again. On that note, though,
Sponsored
Steve.
by Nesquik.
no,
Oh, yeah.
but yes.
Yeah. Lowe's.
In before Nestle actually comes after me for and sues me for that.
Llamas.
Not really.
That broadcast is gone.
Cody Llamas should have won.
Oh man, these guys are awesome. Hopefully you'll see a lot more of them next week.
You're still on? Oh my god.
Yes, because I need to give my signature. Y'all don't know my signature outro. Do you even watch me?
No, do your thing. Do your thing. I want to know.
On that note, though, Godspeed. Take care.